Hello, my name is Dirk Howling, and this is my practice internal oral commentary. I've chosen Extract 2 from A Streetcar Named Desire. I've chosen to analyze Extract 2 from A Streetcar Named Desire. A Streetcar Named Desire, written by Tennessee Williams, is a fictional play based in the late 1940s in the southern part of the United States of America. Tennessee Williams's original name was Thomas Lanier Williams III, and he was born in 1911 in Columbus, Mississippi. Williams came from a dysfunctional family. His father was abusive and an alcoholic. This dysfunctional family was inspiration for Williams's writing. After some early attempts at relationships with women, by the late 1930s, Williams had finally accepted his homosexuality. In New York, he joined a gay social circle, and in the summer of 1940, Williams initiated an affair with Kip Kiernan, who was a young Canadian dancer. When Kiernan left Williams to marry a woman, he was distraught, and Kiernan's death 4 years later delivered another heavy emotional blow to Tennessee Williams. A Streetcar Named Desire reflects on the many social and cultural tensions which invaded the United States of America at the time. When the play was first shown, America had just emerged from the Great Depression, after which it was the lower and the middle class of the United States that were seen as the true bearers of the American spirit. This sudden boom in the economy also led to a political voice for the non-wealthy, also known as the working class. The political situation at the time in the United States of America is concerning, as the Cold War was starting to pick up pace. The Cold War was a proxy war between the United States of America and the Soviet Union. It was also a war between communism and capitalism. In the United States of America, there were various marginalized populations, such as Mexicans, Asians due to the war in the Pacific, and African Americans. The social position of women in the United States had been pulled down, since when men came back from the Second World War, all of the jobs which the women had were given back to the men. Women were not allowed to work, as it would take the job from the man, and that was highly unconventional, as it was the man's role to provide food for their families. The time period itself was highly conservative. In the scene I'll be analyzing, Mitch confronts Blanche about the lies she has been telling to him. The scene following this one, Blanche gets sexually assaulted by Stanley. In the passage selected, Tennessee Williams uses diegetic sound, classic theater, and alcohol to help convey ideas and feelings in the extract. Tennessee Williams uses plastic theater to help convey the feeling of class struggle in 1940s America. This can be seen in the apparel which Mitch and Blanche wear. Mitch wears a simple blue denim shirt and pants. Because of this simple apparel, Mitch represents the working class of America, also known as blue-collar workers. Mitch comes to Blanche's house to try and expose Blanche of what she is, thereby representing the decline of the upper class in the 1940s America. Whereas Mitch is wearing a simple blue denim shirt and pants, Blanche is wearing an extravagant scarlet satin robe. The fact that something as simple as robe has to be made from a material as expensive as satin and in brightest color as scarlet also represents the illusion and extravagancy of the upper class in the 1940s America. The robe also has no real effect on Blanche's life or the way that she lives, but it is her way of making the world more beautiful and making herself feel better. The robe also has sexual connotations, accentuating the sense created of her here in the extract as a sexual predator, planning to take advantage of Mitch. The fact that Blanche has resorted to relying on Mitch to stop the polka music also represents how much the upper class relies on the working class. Tennessee Williams, through the use of the simple blue denim shirt and pants and the contrasting scarlet robe, helps represent the idea of the upper class taking advantage of the working class. Tennessee Williams uses diegetic sound to represent the idea of Blanche's growing insanity. Williams uses the polka tune, also known as the Varsuviana, in the extract. This is seen in the following line. The rapid, feverish polka tune, the Varsuviana, is heard. The music is in her mind. She is drinking to escape it and the sense of disaster closing in on her, and she seems to whisper the words of the song. In this scene, music plays a significant role in the characterization of Blanche. The Varsuviana is the polka tune to which Blanche and her young husband Alan Gray were dancing to when she last saw him alive. Earlier that day, she had walked in on him in bed with an older male friend. The three of them then went out dancing together, pretending that nothing had happened. In the middle of the Varsuviana, Blanche turned to Alan and told him that he disgusted her. He ran away and shot himself in the head. The polka music plays at various points in A Streetcar Named Desire, when Blanche is feeling remorse for Alan's death. The first time we hear it is in scene 1, when Stanley meets Blanche and asks her about her husband. Its second appearance occurs when Blanche tells Mitch the story of Alan Gray. From this point on, the polka plays increasingly often, and it always drives Blanche to distraction. She tells Mitch that it ends only after she hears the sound of a gunshot in her head. The polka and the moment it invokes represents Blanche's loss of sanity. The suicide of the young husband Blanche loved dearly was the event that triggered her mental decline. Since then, Blanche hears the Varsuviana whenever she panics and loses her grip on reality. The Varsuviana prompts the idea of Blanche being unstable and imagining music that no one else can hear. It also helps when she explains that her husband killed himself while the Varsuviana polka was playing. She can't escape the feeling of guilt that she caused his suicide. She can't escape her husband's death, so she can't escape the music either. Thus, William uses the polka tune to help characterize Blanche and help represent the idea of her mental decline. Alcohol is another significant way that Tennessee uses to reinforce the idea of Blanche's mental weakness. For Blanche, alcohol is used as a means to escape from her past life and as a distraction from reality. Blanche desperately wants to escape from her current circumstances and thinks that drinking is the solution to this. Blanche resents the way her future has turned out and attempts to forget everything she has gone through. On many occasions throughout the play, Blanche is seen drinking, trying to drown out her past problems. In this scene in particular, Blanche is drinking a stolen bottle of Stanley's liquor and tries to hide this from Mitch. The use of alcohol in this extract is to strengthen the idea of the mental decline of Blanche. In conclusion, Tennessee Williams uses diegetic sounds and alcohol to help convey the idea of Blanche's growing insanity and plastic theater to represent the feeling of the class struggle in the 1940s. By having Mitch wear a simple blue denim outfit, Williams uses him to represent the working class of America. The purpose of Mitch being at Blanche's house was to expose her of her lies, which also helps convey the decline of the upper class in America. Williams's use of diegetic sound and alcohol represents the decline of Blanche's mental health, which also helps characterize Blanche in the extract.